Hey, Barry Foster here, and welcome back to A-League to the UK. This is episode number 13 of the Football Manager 21 save, starting off with the Newcastle Jets in the Australian A-League. And today we've got the big FFA Cup final against Macarthur FC, another A-League side. And that game's been played at the Central Coast Stadium in Gosford, so neutral venue. Actually, the stadium of our fierce rivals, the Central Coast Mariners. But before we get to that game, just a little bit of news. Since the semi-final, we played 4 more friendlies. A bit embarrassing, as you can see by those scorelines. Beat Edgeworth FC 12-0, South Cardiff 10-0. Sutherland Sharks 9-0, and Manly United gave us a pretty tough game. We only beat them 5-2. A little bit embarrassing. I didn't expect those results from those sides at all, but that's the way it panned out. And one new signing to the club, we actually got a young defender from Arsenal, Harry Clark, on loan for the season. He's only 20 years of age. I basically went for him because he can play in central defence, and I think he's going to be a pretty good young player. Pretty good physical attributes, not bad mental, and even his technical attributes for a 20-year-old I think are probably good enough for the A-League. So we've got him for the entire season, which I think is really good. We've still got a bit of money in the bank thanks to those home games, which certainly helped. But without further ado, let's go and play Macarthur FC in the FFA Cup final at the Central Coast Stadium. Okay, so this is the starting 11 for our cup final against Macarthur FC. We've got Woods in goal, James, Ansell, Donachie and Galloway across the back line, Wilson sitting behind Brimmer and Sykes in midfield. Petratos is now down that left position out wide, and Miller will be on the right, and Sumau will lead the attacking line because he's been in red-hot form in some of our trial games, although I must admit, against rather weak opposition. Sitting on the bench, we've got 7 substitutes. We can use 3. They are Jack Duncan, the goalkeeper, Aspro Potomitis, Connor O'Toole, Jason Hoffman, Jacob Melling, Angus Thurgate and Stamatelopoulos, who's also done pretty well in pre-season matches. So that's the team, the starting 11 for today. Let's submit it. And let's get to the change rooms. Be interested to see what our assistant has to recommend today. Of course, Chris Coyne is that's interesting. Chris Coyne is the manager at Macarthur now, but they've got a fairly good lineup. Derbyshire leading their attacking line. Yes, they've got quite a good side, so this will be no easy match at all. And Jerry Payton, okay, these fans have been fantastic for us. They're the ones who really pay your wages. Go out there and win this for them. Well, I think why not? Do it for the fans. Yeah, I'll back Jerry on that. Fingers crossed. 2, 3 were motivated. That's good. Jerry can do the tunnel interview as normal. And as you can see, it's a nighttime fixture here in Gosford. And it's a nice little ground up in Gosford, I must admit. But both teams seem to be in pretty good form in recent matches. Might be close to a sellout. Maybe not quite, but got a fairly good crowd in. And it's the Newcastle Jets that get us underway in the opening 45 minutes. And this is Donachie. He's done very well since his return from his loan stint last season. That was a good tackle by Meredith. Yes, Donachie has done pretty well. He's now down a position in central defence for himself. But I think we've got some pretty good cover in that position now, which is always pleasing. But we're waiting for the next highlight. We've had one shot at goal, but once again, Macarthur, an awful lot of possession, over 60%. I don't know why we can't keep the ball. But anyway, this is Macarthur with a throw, and Tommy Orr back to Puyo. This is Bernat. Now Tommy Orr again, and this is Meredith. Oop, a little bit of a glitch there with the old game. Now Meredith playing it through to Orr. This is a very good move, but good save by Woods. He got down for that. I thought Orr was going to slip that one under his body. But that wasn't a bad move by MacArthur. Maybe a bit of a warning sign that they're not going to be pushovers. But now this is the Jets with a throw, and Brimmer to Petratos with a cross. Oh, Samau. Well, there you go, the opening goal. And Sumau finds the back of the net. And I think Miller might have had an assist there. But this guy's been in red-hot form in our pre-season matches. He's been just scoring goals for fun. And in a cup final, he stabs it home from just outside the 6-yard box. So that's a very good opening goal. Well onside. But plenty of football left. So we won't get too excited by taking the lead, but it's always good to get the first goal, I guess. But MacArthur will be certainly pushing for an equaliser, and this is Derbyshire. Now Simpkin, and he tries a shot, but that's well wide. No problems there. So this is Woods now with the goal kick. Now Donachie already on a yellow card. Have to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't pick up another one. And this is Miller cutting in field. He plays it to Brimmer. Now this is Sumau. Miller and Sumau, and with Sumau with the shot, but that's pretty easy for Suman. You saw that coming from a mile off. So we're getting up to 20 minutes into the game, and the Jets seem to be handling this fairly well. Miller and Sumau on very good ratings. And here's the man again, putting it through for Miller. I think these guys might be in the mood today to play football. And there you go, number 2 for Sumau. He's got a brace, and it's only, the 19th minute. So the Jets have started this cup final in very, very good fashion. I did not expect this at all, although they've had a fairly good cup run. And once again, Miller. Nice cross, and Sumau, well, the keeper, I don't know. Keeper just stood there and did practically nothing. So, okay, 2-0. What can MacArthur do? Can they get a goal back to make it a bit of a contest? But as I said, they've got a pretty good squad. They've got some good players, so I'm not going to write them off. This is Cam Sober. He used to play for Melbourne Victory. In real life, I think he still does. And he gets his cross in. That was Derbyshire trying to go for the header, but this is Bernat. And he plays it out to Puyo, who gives it to Meredith. He'll probably try and get a cross in, or go for a corner. No, it's going to be the cross. Oh, Cam Sober. Well, there you go. Cam Sober makes it 2-1. And that's a very good reply from MacArthur. And Cam Sober, who in real life does struggle to score goals, he's found the back of the net in this cup final. But this was a good cross by Meredith. Derbyshire with a header, and Cam Sober just volleying it past Woods at the near post. I thought Woods might have done a little bit better there. So now I think we've got a bit of a game on our hands. Coming up to the 25th minute mark in the game, 2-1. So the MacArthur boys are not going to lie down and just roll over. Well, that hit the post. That could have been 3-1. Which would have restored our 2-goal lead. But so far, most of the players are playing pretty well. We've certainly had triple the number of shots, better XG, but it's MacArthur with the better possession. But that seems to be often the case in our game. We don't seem to keep the ball or control the ball very well. Good to see that Ansell's having a decent opening 45 minutes. And pleasing to see that our attacking 3 are all doing very well. But James seems to have a bit of an injury. I think we'll stop and have a quick look at James at left back. What's gone wrong here? hampered by injury, a potential foot injury. Well, okay, I wasn't really banking on this so early in the game. Dear. Now, this is going to be interesting. Do I have really cover for? I don't think Hoffman can really play. Well, he could if I at a push. Aspro, no, not really. I don't think Ansell can either, nor could really Donachie. So, okay, our first change, even before half time, I'm going to put Hoffman out there. Not an ideal position for Hoffman, but he's going to have to play the rest of the match at left back. But I certainly won't risk that player with an injury. So hopefully we can hang on to this 2-1 lead going into half-time. It's been a pretty good opening 45 minutes. Now this is Woods. Now Donachie plays it long, looking for Petratos, who's had a pretty good opening 45. Is he going to try and link up with Miller on the right? And he does, and that's a good pass. Now this is Miller. Gets a good cross in. Samau was looking for it, but this is Simpkin now for MacArthur. And he plays it long. Bit of a wasted ball that. But Derbyshire takes it off Ansell far too easy. That was really poor by Nick Ansell, and Derbyshire gets a corner. He didn't have much speed on him. He couldn't race through and get a shot on target, but that was disappointing by Ansell. Anyway, all with the corner, and that was just over the bar. That could have been 2-2. So a bit of a warning, I think, for Newcastle Jets that they can't get complacent. Otherwise, MacArthur have the players to punish. And that's half-time. Okay, 2-1. I think we have had the better of the half. I think overall we've done pretty well, and possession is almost 50-50 now. 2 clear-cut chances to 1, and we've hit the woodwork. Not a bad opening 45 minutes. A bit disappointed that Sykes, playmaker in midfield, not having the best of games so far. But anyway, look, I think I'd have to agree with Jerry. We have to be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far, so we'll go with that. And we'll keep our eye on Mark Sykes at 6.4. I would have expected a little bit better from him. But let's start the second half. And now this is MacArthur getting us underway, and this is Golek playing it to Fitzgerald, and he's gone wide. Not a very good pass at all, and this is Hoffman at left back. Hopefully he'll settle in there. He didn't get much of a look in last season because he was normally a bench player. Though Hoffman is very versatile, we can actually even play him as a striker if need be, or out wide on the right in an attacking position. But Miller did so well last season that Hoffman didn't get much of a opportunity in that role. But anyway, this is Burnett now for MacArthur, playing a good ball to Cam Sober. Got to keep our eye on this fellow. I think he's having a pretty good game. He cuts it back to Fitzgerald. Oh, that could have been great save by Woods. He got down and he blocked that shot. And that could have been 2-2. And I think we'll say, yes, do that. Anyway, Brimmer now with a free kick. And that's a good save by Suman. I think that would have been goal bound. But Sykes down to 6.3. Yes, that is disappointing. I think we'll make our first change very shortly. This is Cam Sober. He's certainly looking very lively in this match, and he plays it through to Orr. Now Tommy Orr plays it to Fitzgerald, and that's a good shot, good save. Woods is having a very good game, and probably just as well. Anyway, Cam Sober with the corner, and that's hit the woodwork, hit the crossbar. So we're skating on thin ice, but so far we're keeping our 2-1 lead. Another corner now. Cam Sober, the taker. And he's gone this time near post, and Sykes, not a very good header, straight back to Cam Sober. This is Golek now. Cam Sober again. And he's got past Galloway. Well, a cheeky little chip has made it 2-2. And I must admit, I can't be too surprised, because Macarthur FC, they've been knocking on the door in recent minutes, and this is a very good bit of play. I really thought Galloway had him here, but he got past, and there's a little dink, a little chip. Okay, full marks to Cam Sober. That's his second of the match. I don't think there was any well and truly onside. So, rightio, we're going to make our very first change, and it's very disappointing that it's our new signing, Mark Sykes, sitting on 6.2. I didn't expect that from him. And Thurgate, he will go into that role very nicely. Hopefully he can be a little bit better than Sykes in midfield, and I think we'll demand more from the boys, because they've allowed Macarthur FC to get right back into this game with 2 goals from Cam Sober. And now we've got Thurgate injured. I don't believe this. 2 injuries in a cup final, and he's got a potential lower leg injury. Well, okay, this is not going according to plan at all. I got a feeling what we're going to have to do is I'm going to switch Brimmer into that role. I'm going to bring on Melling into that position. Brimmer, not really. Well, he can play advanced playmaker. Look, we'll keep in an attacking role. Keep our fingers crossed that he can play well in that position. But two injuries, maybe bad ones to 2 players. Not ideal, but anyway, these things happen in football, and this is Petratos, who's going to get the vital 3rd goal. This is Sumau. Well, there you go, hat-trick. Newcastle Jets back in front, 3-2, and it's Sumau with another goal, and this fellow is in great form, and he's brought his form into the cup final. That was a great towering header. I can't remember how big the guy is. I think he might be quite a tall striker, but he gets up and he heads that very nicely. Okay, just over maybe 20 odd minutes to go. Yes, we'll go ahead with that. Can we hang on to this lead, or will Macarthur FC come back and equalise and make it 3-3? But we've got no more substitutions that I can make. So hopefully nobody else will get injured in the remaining time, but it's certainly our attackers have played very well. Somehow sitting on 9.4. That's it's been a great game for him. Miller and Petratos have both played very well out wide. But here we are, Macarthur with a throw, Meredith to Tommy Orr, and he cuts it back to Burnett. And he's been robbed by Melling, who plays it long for Sumau. Why not? Can he make it number 4? And he's going for a bit of a run, but he's a bit wide. Oh, there you go, penalty. I can't remember whether he's going to be a penalty taker. I don't think he will be. But he's got a hat-trick already. So let's share the goals around. And this is going to be, well, there you go, Brimmer. And he makes it 4-2. So I think this is the cup final in the bag for the Newcastle Jets. I can't see Macarthur FC coming back with maybe only about 7, 8, 9 minutes left in the game. I must admit the penalties in Football Manager I think are a little bit soft looking. But anyway, I won't complain, because sometimes it's hard to get a penalty in a competition match. They seem to arrive for you in friendlies, which can be a little bit annoying. I think we'll call out some praise to the team, because I think they've done pretty well in this match. Even though Macarthur FC came back from 2 goals down, I think that's been a pretty good game of football by these fellows, and hopefully they can carry this form into the season that starts next weekend. Okay, 5 minutes of added time. I think this is going to be just about it. Miller is now injured. Okay, that's a hat-trick of injuries. Okay, we might win a bit of silverware, but we might be losing some very good players. So, okay, end of the cup final, 4-2 to the Newcastle Jets, and here we have animation with the players coming up to receive the very dull-looking piece of silverware. But anyway, it is a cup, and a pretty big one. And there we go. Up she goes. With all the confetti. Don't know how they do that, but anyway, we won't ask too many questions. But a very good cup run resulting in a cup victory, which I wasn't banking on, because normally in cups I don't tend to have very good runs, so this does surprise me that this has been a very successful cup run. And as you can see, match stats, look, there wasn't really much in it. 15 shots to 11, possession pretty well even. Okay, 3 clear-cut chances to 1, but one of those was a penalty. But overall, look, I think that's a very good victory for the boys. You've got to be happy. And we'll go along with Jerry's recommendation there. I think that was pretty good. Okay, look, I think we'll send the assistant to that interview. And Newcastle Jets lift the FFA Cup, which was extremely good. And what are these messages saying? Yeah, pretty good now. And Angus Thurgate. Okay, gashed lower leg, maybe 10 to 2 weeks out. Well, that's a little bit of a blow. Well, there we go. We receive $50,000 for winning this cup final. That's a nice little bonus. I must admit, I wasn't expecting 50,000, but that's good. Reece James is injured. Okay, just 1 to 3 days, a bruised tackle. Now, Matthew Miller, okay, tight groin, only out for 1 to 2 days, so that's a bit lucky. I think we escaped a couple of bullets there. Foster leads Newcastle Jets to glory. Well, I think the boys did most of the hard work, to be quite fair. And the Newcastle Jets manager pleases board in FFA Cup win. Well, I think they should be. Quite pleased. The board did not regard the FFA Cup as important, and so will evaluate your performance based on results in other competitions. Yes, they tend to do that. But anyway, we did bring them some more silverware, which is very good. And Sumau, top of the pops for Newcastle Jets with a hat-trick and a rating of 9.5. And you got to shake his hand, and he was superb in front of goal. And Arnold was Graham Arnold, the national team coach, was spotted at the stadium, maybe checking out some players. Jake Brimmer and Matthew Miller were in his sights, along with Meredith and Susnar. Okay, so what's in store for the Newcastle Jets next? We've got 2 more friendly games we have to play, both at home. First one against Melbourne City, followed by Melbourne Victory. Then on the 26th of December, we have the opening game in the A-League season, another home game against Wellington Phoenix. So we'll come back for round 1 of the A-League against Wellington Phoenix. We'll play those 2 friendlies off camera as usual. So that's I reckon the video for today. Hope you've enjoyed episode number 13. It turned out to be quite a lucky episode for the Newcastle Jets, lifting the FFA Cup when they defeated Macarthur FC 4-2, with Sumau scoring a hat-trick for the Jets. Anyway, I'm Barry Foster. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.